Well, let's go into some of the benefits because, as people hear about security tokens and so forth, they always ask, what are the benefits? I mean, a lot of these crowdfunding sites, whether it's for real estate, venture, whatever it is, have developed to a point that, it's pretty easy to crowdsource and raise capital. What is going to be the benefits of the tokenization to come into that?
Well, part of it is actually tokenizing things people care about, right? With all, I think like a year and a half ago, there was maybe like a $40 million hotel in Colorado called like the St. Aspen or something like St. Regis in Aspen that got tokenized. That's great, but who cares about owning a tiny little hotel? And anybody who is a real estate investor already has access to plenty of private deals to invest in that, right? That's not new and groundbreaking enough to make people be like, oh my God, I have to own a token to own this, right? Now now if you do what I said earlier and you tokenize the Mona Lisa, well, all of a sudden that does have real demand, right? That's something that people do care about, that people do want to buy, whether it's for sentimental value or for art value or for inflation protection. Like that's something that people might actually want to own. And there was physically no way to own that previously, right? You can't just you can't just say, hey, come invest as an LP in my fund. And now all of a sudden it's a token and get people to be like, oh, great, thanks. Like I can already do that, right? Same with a hotel. I can already do that. You need to tokenize things that people can't already do. And that opens up new investors and interest to do it. The second thing that I think makes a difference is every government around the world right now is daring you to own cash. They're just like, yeah, go ahead and own cash. We're going to inflate you out of it, or go ahead and park it in a yield instrument. You're going to earn negative yield. Like they're daring you to own real estate, to own equities, to own hard assets. Exactly, right? Well, that's great, except everybody has liquidity needs, and that stuff's not liquid. It takes 3 to 7 or even 10 days sometimes to get that money out. Like I'll give you a great example. I have a neighbor in LA who's a very big real estate investor. He got a call on a Saturday. Him and his kids and my kids were out in the yard playing, and he got a call about some hot property in Hawaii. This was on Saturday. This was the workflow that he had to do in order to put an offer on that place. He had to wait till Monday morning, sell some Tesla and Apple stock, wait till that cleared his brokerage account, wait till he was able to clear that from his brokerage account to his bank account, and then send a wire that was going to take 2 days. It was Friday by the time that money was going to get there. Now, if you have all of your Tesla and Apple stock tokenized, that transaction is done in 10 minutes on a Saturday afternoon. So that's where we're headed. We're headed to a point where it's not about whether or not you can do this already somewhere else. It's about the speed and the settlement and the execution is going to enable everyone to be 100% invested at all times. You're not going to have this sleeve of useless, worthless liquidity when everything's liquid.